Who are we missing?
Is this my neighborhood, Bob?
Yeah,
It is?
that's
It's been
that,
cut today.
that one that,
It was cut.
yeah, but
You
it wasn't,
must have got after it, huh?
that wasn't 18 inch. But my sign is 18 inch. Got awful quiet.
Waiting for the mic to work.
Now.
The sabotage.
This is sabotage. No, we're gonna add it to my. Oh no. Oh no, I'm not buying this. This is.
Guess we have to adjourn.
No, then I still will.
Is the on button on?
Yeah.
You're gonna hit that at the wrong time, and we're all gonna be deaf.
You broke it. You were going to. I wasn't near your machine. I don't do. You
What are those two wires hanging off the side up on top? Yeah.
They don't.
Is everything plugged into the wall?
And you're right.
Is there a
You
plug in the
don't
wall?
get deduct business expense unless it's 2%.
But that's running on
over.
battery.
At least 2% of your
Yeah,
adjusted gross income.
I know.
Oh, you know, I was just hoping I could do it once. I said, no, I was broken. I said, I tried to do all of it. Maybe are you fried? This, Kevin.
I will go to an audit with you, but I'll send you the letter.
Send me the proof asking for it. This was, last year was the first year that one of us wasn't a student
Yeah.
during our marriage. Because he's had so many student credits. And so last year, we did our taxes and we owed all of this money. And we were like, what is this?
Yeah,
We've
no,
never had to
this is-
pay
yeah,
extra
no
money
pay.
before. What is
I
this?
know.
No. Okay,
Welcome to-
we got to figure out a new
welcome to
system.
America.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, that's not going for some reason. I don't know. Okay. This is the
All
camera,
right, bets
right?
off. I'm done
That's,
what?
the YouTube part is not, that's the remote over there.
Since I have a photographic memory.
Where's our firefighter when we need him? I know.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
true.
have any idea. According to this, everything's working like it's.
See if you'd approved the contract.
How old is this? This one died on his nail.
Yeah, looks like. Yeah, okay.
I don't think that'll be a problem with this group.
You have a recorder that you're gonna be able to do?
I have to record audio.
Okay.
Um, You know,
Is this amended budget? Oh, amended where I have a street
We
on
don't
it?
have the agenda, we don't have the amended one.
No.
Oh,
okay.
wait, whoa. Is this one?
I have the addition to the street on there.
Is that it?
Where?
That?
Oh,
The
yeah,
work
that's
order?
it. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's it. I have it budgeted, yeah. Finish that big project up.
Okay, well, don't lollygag. Be quick about it.
Well, I will.
Okay,
Uh-oh, you
Don't
broke it.
mind me.
well. Give me another minute.
So what do we have in our block party?
when the road is paved.
It's
Not paved yet.
it's almost.
I know most is not paved,
I'm
is
just
it?
saying, no, but.
And then
it'll
when
be
do we go,
finished by-
as part of the party, do we get to stroll down the scenic highway?
Yes.
You have signs on it.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I demand a sign before I'm gonna stroll.
You wanna stroll for 1.5 miles?
Mhm. Maybe stroll in a golf cart, but
No, we're gonna record.
Is there a place to plug this in?
There's a plug, you can use this plug here.
Oh, okay. It's here now. What it's using is this internal, and it's usually pretty good with that. It'll pick up very well. We'll just need to tell everybody they're gonna have to speak up.
Can I ask you a question?
All right, help yourself.
Have you got a power switch turned on over here, or is it not
The
turned on?
power's on.
On the app down underneath? Right there,
The light's on.
no,
This?
right there.
That's it. Whoa, it's a little loud. Thanks, Pastor. So,
One more minute.
On, off, right?
Yeah, this is rigged. Yeah.
You're toast, man.
that's the craziest stories.
I have been embarrassed too many times by not having the switch turned on.
That's right.
The power of prayer. Power of prayer.
That is a positive switch that needs to be turned.
Mm.
It's usually never turned off.
I don't know what to tell you, but it's off today.
Angela did it.
so do you need any more time?
No.
Nope, we're ready? Okay. All right. Good evening, everyone. This is a regular city commission meeting on October 23rd, 2014. The time is 6:42 p.m. I apologize for the delay. Please rise for the invocation, which will be given by Yvonne Andrews, missionary president of the Allen Chapel AME Church from High Springs, and followed by with the Pledge of Allegiance after that.
Our heads, please. Our Father and our God, we thank you for this day, and we thank you for everyone present here today. We ask you to go with our leaders here today as they perform their duties for the city of High Springs. We know that there may be some disagreements, but we ask them to not be disagreeable. We ask you to go with them each and every day in their lives as well as in our lives, the citizens of High Springs. We thank you for all that they have done for us, and we thank you for all that they will be doing for us in our near future. We ask you to go with us, Father, again, as we go forward, as in this day, in this meeting. Let us be thankful for all that they do. In your name we pray, amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, Ms. Andrews. Ms. Parham, a roll call, please.
Mayor Williams is absent. Vice Mayor Weller,
Present.
Commissioner Barnes,
Present.
Commissioner Gestrin,
Present.
Commissioner Jameson.
Here.
Thank you. All right, the first thing on the item, on the agenda is to approve the agenda. I'll entertain a motion. This is an amended agenda, which I believe every one of you probably should have. So I would entertain a motion to approve the agenda.
Motion to approve the agenda.
Second.
All right, we have a motion on the floor made by Commissioner Barnes, second by Commissioner Gestrin to approve the agenda. All those in favor indicate by saying an aye.
Aye.
All opposed indicate by saying no. Motion passes 4-0. Thank you. All right, the first item on the agenda is unfinished business, considering ordinance 2014-05. Madam Attorney?
Yes, Madam Vice Mayor, this is ordinance 2014-05, an ordinance of the Commissioners of the City of High Springs, Florida, amending section 66-2, quote, street closing, end quote, of the High Springs Code of Ordinances, providing for public notice via signage on the street, providing for codification, repealing any inconsistent provisions, providing for severability, and providing an effective date. The appropriate motion is to pass ordinance 2014-05 upon reading, second reading by title only.
Thank you. This is a second reading of this ordinance, which was approved, or rather adopted at the first reading on October 9th, 2014. Now open the hearing for public comments. If you wish to, is the ordinance that we pass after the previous fiscal year. We're given 60 days to make any amendments to it, and by law we have got to do this by a certain date. So I will at this point entertain a motion to approve ordinance 2014-07.
Madam Vice Mayor, I'll make a motion to approve ordinance 2014-07 on first reading.
Is there a second?
I'll second for discussion.
All right. We have a motion on the floor made by Commissioner Jameson and second by Commissioner Barnes. Yes, comments?
Have we seen the amendments to that?
Yes.
Is that in that packet, which I don't get a packet? I don't get the, it doesn't come in my, doesn't come in there.
So you don't get anything in your, from the city?
It doesn't work. I really wanted to know, the big number I want to know is the number that we've talked about in the past of roll forward money. Do you have an idea of what that is? What we have as has been jokingly referred to in the past as found money. Something that would be considered roll forward money. Do we know what that is?
Last year was that depreciation, which is a non-cash item, was not budgeted. So when I do the budget amendment, I actually have to put in the depreciation. So depreciation was put into water, sewer. Sewer had 399,500. Now, again, it's non-cash, but what depreciation is everybody familiar with what depreciation is? And then I do believe for solid waste, there was some fund balance. That was,
Do we have, okay, do we have a number, do you have a number that would say totally, for our total budget, what was budgeted and what was actually used, a plus or a minus? Do we have a plus, do you follow what I'm saying? When we budgeted it, and then what we actually used to what was budgeted, were we over? I know you balanced it now, but did we go over or under? And as one lump sum, not to go through.
I don't have it as one lump sum. I can get that, but it would take, I mean, it's all in here, it'll take me a few minutes to figure that.
We have a second reading on this then, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yes,
so,
and I would like to comment, this was based on all of the invoices that we had been received. There may be some that come in, so there may be a couple changes, but I will make note of the changes that I made between first reading and second reading.
Okay.
when will be the next meeting, Jenny?
I believe it's November 20th.
So it'll be a new commission?
Yeah.
Could, well,
Yes, it
for
could be.
sure, one seat for sure.
One.
Okay. Any other questions?
Let the next commission decide then. I made a second, fine. No other questions.
Any other commissioner? All right. I'm trying to see, we did do a motion. Yes, we did, okay. Is there any public comment? All right, seeing none, roll call, Ms. Barton, please.
Commissioner Gestrin,
No.
Commissioner Jamison,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Weller,
Yes.
Commissioner Barnes,
Yes.
Thank you, motion passes 3-1, Commissioner Gestrin opposing. All right, that takes us to item 3, which is to consider approval of amendment number 1 to the work order for roadway maintenance of the Alachua County. Mr. Manager?
You bet. We had budgeted $100,000 that we get in. We requested from the county to give us a bid on the rest of that loop. There are 2 loops back there. This really finishes off our major large dirt roads. And so we felt at this time, and they did too, that they would give us the best bid at the least cost. And so we're getting a pretty good project for $102,000. It is true that we only budgeted $100,000, but I can take the other 2 out of maintenance for roads.
So that 100,000 that we have budgeted, that is everything we expect to come in this year for roads.
Yes, ma'am.
Questions?
When's this one gonna happen out here, do you know?
This will be the last, and they're going to contract this out. It's already been paid for, so it is going to be done. But the county itself believes that they'll get one of their contractors in to do it.
And that will be after this particular road? I mean, in other
Well,
words, all
this'll-
the short roads? Well,
This will be in that time frame in about 60 days.
and then the short roads that have to be done, or that are going to be done.
That's we're doing those. The little short roads with the ground
Okay.
asphalt, we're doing those. We have a roller, and we have all the equipment to do that.
So within the next 60 days, we'll be looking at this road
We
project.
should, we'll be looking at this road being paved.
All right.
Miss-
Yes, Member James.
Just to follow up with Mr. Barnes on that, I happen to actually be out school board business today, and the gentleman that was out there doing a school thing, I brought up the road. He does this stuff, and I asked him, and I specifically asked him about the road in front of the priest, and it was about the same timeline. That they were aware of it. It's on course. They were going to finish the loop. Exactly what he brought it up, and he said, and then we'll be moving towards the priest. So just to confirm that the gentleman in charge actually said the same thing.
Okay, I'll entertain a motion on this item.
Motion to approve.
Is there a second?
Second.
All right, we have a motion on the floor by Commissioner Barnes, seconded by Commissioner Jameson. Public comment? All right, seeing none, all those in favor indicate by saying an aye.
Aye.
All opposed indicate by saying no.
No.
Motion passes 3-1 with Commissioner Gestern opposing. All right, that takes us to the city attorney report.
I don't have an update on anything tonight.
None? Oh, okay. That's pretty quick. Mr. City manager's report?
Right, one thing you did give me, and I said I would never put a date on a road again, and I just did. Anyway, yeah, thought I'd learned my lesson, but not true. 222 will be finished next Thursday, and then they're going to move over to Duluth. A lot of congratulatory things are happening there, so. Yeah, we are going to put one of our old police cars there and with a dummy or something to slow people down, because that's the first thing that'll happen is we'll get a lot of speeders down that road. Now, we already do, and it's muddy, but now they really will fly.
Well, they couldn't go that fast before because they would get bumped to death.
Yeah. I'm surprised we have any deaths there. The personnel manual is now just been given to the attorneys. The staff did just a Herculean effort to get that done, went through it all. The unions also had some impact in it, and it will be coming to you very shortly. I think it's on the agenda November something. November the 20th, and that fits into the budget and everything else we're doing with PTO and all that. So it is a real revision. We didn't everything that was added into you already know about because of the budget and discussions and all that. So
are we gonna have like a little cheat sheet or something to telling us what the major items are that were changed?
Yes, I'm sure the staff will put that together. 31st of this month, I have interviews for the police chief. I have 7 applicants. Then we'll spend all day doing that. It's also a famous day, so it's a good day to interview, I guess. We have selected a part-time employee for the downtown cleanup. We've also selected an applicant for the water department. And we are first on the bids for the police equipment and vehicles for Waldo.
Oh.
And I will get back with the commission to find out what they're offering, how much we can do that. And I may ask to dip into reserves a little bit to pay for it. This may be an opportunity to get vehicles very cheaply. Some of their stuff is grants, and of course you can't sell grants. They would have to give that to us. So in the whole package, we'll see what it is, and certainly the commission will need your approval to do that.
Are the vehicles at least of only a few years old as
Oh,
opposed to 10
they're
years
in
old?
great shape.
Okay.
You bet. They didn't go very far. They only went a few feet, and then they backed up and went another few feet. So they're very low mileage.
Okay.
Their ticket stuff, though, it's really been used a lot.
Okay.
So, all right. The weapons, however, that we can't get access to because there's a problem with those. So, but we're only looking at the vehicles and the equipment inside the vehicles. They have several pickups too that Public Works is looking for. We funded for a vehicle there, so we might be able to fund those vehicles from what they were going to buy. So I think we can really stretch our money by getting that. We will take the Waldo name off the cars though before they get into town.
Okay.
No, that's it.
Oh,
Okay.
Mr. Booth, don't forget to tell them about the special meeting Tuesday night that we need to adopt those resolutions.
Okay, you just did.
We're having a special meeting Tuesday night. We received resolutions from Fred Fox Enterprises that we need to pass, 2 resolutions to submit the FERDAP grants for the Civic Center Park and the Catherine Taylor Park.
Right.
So we're going to hold that after the CRA meeting on Tuesday.
We've had to modify a little bit. Apparently, the state is only funding $50,000 in their FERDAP grants, and we requested $150,000. So we've now downplayed it some. So you will get two grants that were for both parks at $50,000 each.
Okay. And that's
When-
going to be, I'm sorry.
When's the next, there was a CRA meeting? I did,
CRA meeting Tuesday night to interview the last applicant,
this coming Tuesday,
this coming, the 28th,
28th.
What time?
6th.
I won't be here.
And I guess this meeting would have to be at 7. Because I don't think 6:30 would be sufficient time to interview and rank the applicants.
So CRA and then a special
They
meeting?
have to be adopted before the
I
end
will
of
be in
October.
Tallahassee. I can't necessarily promise I'll be back.
Do we know if the other commissioners will be able to be here for that?
Yeah.
Commissioner Gestern?
No.
Okay. And we know Commissioner Williams will be, okay. Mayor Williams. Thank you. All right. Commissioner Jameson?
Just real quick, just wanted to, school wanted to extend a major thank you to the city and especially to Jenny and Angela for the forum. The other day, it was well received at a packed house. A lot of good comments were made, and they just wanted to make sure that the appropriate thank you was given to the city and the staff for setting the building up and everything. So wanted to pass that along.
Thank you. Commissioner Gestern? I'm sorry? No? Okay. Commissioner Barnes?
Essentially, this will be the last regular meeting that we'll have as commissioners other than the special meeting. So last commissioner comments before the election. I want to thank city staff, thank everybody for putting up with Bob Barnes over the 3 years. It's been interesting, but I think we've accomplished a lot. My comment to the to Jason as the incoming commissioner and my comments to those people that are running for office, I would make a suggestion to the city clerk or to the city manager to get this budget packet to those people. They will be making the decision in November, and therefore the November 20th meeting. So they should be fully informed as to what's in this budget, should be looking to find out what's going on with the numbers and ask the appropriate questions, because in past years, appropriate questions haven't been answered on these budgets. So I would fully suggest you get informed on that. That's something that is very important. On the humor side, 222 going to have a party.
Thinking about it.
On the humor side, I hope those Waldo cars don't come with the inherent ability to write tickets. They have their own mind. Also, what's going on with our tank?
Our tank, well, we're hiding it like everything else. I actually offered it back to the Department of Defense because the Pomerges, where the Kurds were asking for them, but I haven't heard back from them.
So
otherwise, we have just done an audit. The Department of Defense, of course, has had a lot of bad press about making the police departments like a military organization, and therefore they've come and audited everything we had. they are doing that across the country. So they want to identify all the equipment that they've given out, machine guns and everything else. And so we've accomplished that. Basically, it's just sitting there. I would like to donate it and then get a donation back. But right now, everybody's in a holding pattern over those because there's been so much bad press that we're just holding it like everyone else.
Okay.
Personally, I think it's better use in Miami or somebody that really has a large SWAT team.
I saw a picture of one on the paper, and it was for Gainesville or something, somewhere, and I thought it, and I thought it was this one. I was hoping it was this one.
Me too.
Okay, thank you. I certainly will be keeping an eye on the city to see that we have our credit cards, debit cards by January 1st. That was a promise made that we would go to that, go away from cash. The other question is, did you get with the surveyors about surveying that land out there? Did they ever?
We've tried, and
Call them to schedule it, and they said you had already been in contact with them to set it up.
Well, I called them and told them to talk to you, and
Oh,
Okay.
well,
So-
the Public Works has called them.
yeah, we
all right.
But
tried.
I'll check
And I'll
back.
follow up with them to make sure that that survey gets done. As information technology, are we putting that out for bid again, or what are we doing with that? The bid did not get approved.
No, sir. The bid did get approved. The contract did not get
Yeah.
approved.
The bid
So,
did get approved, the
yes,
contract did not get approved.
We did put out for bid. We received the bid. It was approved. The amounts and everything was approved. So the only thing that was brought back was the contract. That was not approved. So at this point, we just need to figure out what's wrong with the contract, amend it, and then bring it back to the commission.
So who's going to figure out what's wrong with the contract? Does it come back to the commission to determine what they have a problem with on the contract?
Well, the commission did not approve it, so I'm assuming the commission wanted some changes to it, so I would suggest they review and whatever changes need to be made, and then we'd send that to Mr. May for his review, and then it would come back to the commission.
Or you'll essentially just bring that contract back and see if there's a vote.
We could do that.
Why don't, since we're kind of at a standstill, why don't, if any commissioners have some specific issues with that contract, notify Ms. Parham what those issues are, so they can get with their attorneys and
I'll make some
Emma?
comments. I'll make some comments to you on that. I'll
Okay.
get some comments to you on that. We had charter officer reviews. So I'll get mine into you within a week. You sent me both of them. Sent me yours and
I
Mr.
sent
Bruce. 3, was it? And those are due now, pretty much.
by the end of the month, basically.
So I'll make sure.
I've received one back so far.
I've got 2 of mine done, I just haven't finished the third one.
The charter officer reviews, I suggest commissioners get those in before the end of this commission session. I've been a stickler on codes enforcement. We have a code guy going out, writing up people for long grass, writing up issues, and I've taken serious issue with that, and I've gotten reports from the city about who's been getting code violations. I received 2 yesterday. I went to house number 1. Grass is supposed to be 18 inches or longer to get a code violation. My sign is 18 inches in height. The grass is not over that length. Why that house got a code violation, I have no idea. And I firmly believe our code, we're supposed to go certified mail. They're going first class mail. Why we're even messing with people and their grass, I don't know. This is a picture of the second house that I did put a sign in, but the reflection when I took it, this grass was even shorter than this house. Mr. Booth, why we're doing stuff to people like that with the warning that they're going to have a $225 fine, I would, commissioners, it's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. It actually, when I went to a house, talked to the people, they couldn't believe it. They were in a hardship, needed some money, cut their grass, don't have it, and now we're threatening to give them a fine. Finally, Veterans Day, this was on our dais today.
Yeah.
Veterans Day, November 11th, 2:30, here in High Springs at the hospice, there'll be a celebration. Please attend. There'll be celebrations in Gainesville at 11 a.m. at Kanapaha Park. Veterans Day is a big deal. You need to remember those veterans. So I encourage you to attend the one at the hospice and attend anyone you can in the community. With that, thank you, Commissioner Weller, for your service as mayor and vice mayor in the past today. And I look forward to being around this commission and in this room for many more years to come.
Just a question on Veterans Day, other than the one at hospice, which I had received and had Jenny make copies of, are there any others that you're aware of in the town?
Not in this town, not in High Springs, but the big one that's at Kanapaha starts at 11 a.m. and it will go for Kanapaha on Tower Road, Kanapaha Park on Tower Road, just before you get to Hale on the left-hand side. There'll be guest speakers there. We have veterans have tents there. It's just it'll be guest speakers, last about 2 hours, and then you can come back to this one. But that's the big one.
Thank you. I have several things, mostly just reminders of things that are coming up. But Mr. Attorney, the fact that we have a commissioner-elect and that we have an election coming up, and whether Commissioner Barnes maintains his seat or not, I would like for a meeting to go ahead and be set up for public records and sunshine law training certainly for the commissioner-elect and whoever else needs it.
For Ms. James,
as soon as possible after November 20th. Other things I just wanted to ask about or remind everyone is that we have a lot of things going on this weekend. October 25th, which is Saturday, right? Yeah, the Fall Festival here at James Paul Park. We also have the Haunted House that will be Friday and Saturday, and also on October 31st. This is the last weekend for the Community Playhouse play For the Love of Mike. And upcoming on October 31st, we have starting on October 31st, we have the Murder Mystery Dinner Theater at the Great Outdoors. It's October 31st, and then on November 7th, 8th, and 9th. Also this weekend, the Talented Cookie is celebrating their 1-year anniversary. And so that will be on Saturday from 5 to 9, and they're going to have free cookies, coffee, and cupcakes. So if you're around, stop in and congratulate them for being here for a year. And I think that's all I have.
Saw a sign for car show?
And yes, you're absolutely right. The car show is this weekend as well. So you've got the car show, you've got the Fall Festival, we've got music in the park that will be having many singer or players during the day. So it'll be a very much fun-filled weekend.
And the farmer's market.
And the farmer's market as well, yes.
One more question, thank you, Vice Mayor. I maintain Visit High Springs, Florida on Facebook. Somebody asked me about the Christmas parade. Who does that? Is that the chamber
Yes,
event?
yes.
Is there a date picked for that yet? Do you know? Or if
Yes,
not,
I
then you
believe
could
it's
get,
December 13th. Yes.
it's not on, apparently it's not on the chamber website or put out there. But I just got this message yesterday, last night, that they were wanting to know when it was. They didn't see it on Facebook, they didn't see it anywhere, but if it's December 13th, I'll post that out there tonight and tell them to contact the chamber.
Anything else? Yes, Ms. Andrews. You need to come forward if you're going to speak, please. Give your name.
I was looking at the calendar, you all were talking about the meetings on the 28th. We're not having planning board meeting on the 28th? No. That's been canceled. Thank you.
Sue,
Yes, Commissioner Jameson?
the meeting, do we have to do anything to change it to the 20th? Because we originally had 13th, do we need to do anything, or is it just?
Well, at the last meeting I had in the packet, we normally, historically, we have one meeting in November and December due
Right.
to the holidays. And in my packet, I had put in there, suggested for the 20th, that would be the reorganization
Right.
meeting and everything. Because the supervisor of elections office does not certify the election until the 14th. So we can't really swear somebody in until the election's been certified. So we couldn't hold the meeting on the 13th for the reorganization meeting. So we're just holding it.
You're just going to re-advertise it for the 20th, that's all I'm asking, that's,
I never advertised it for the 13th.
Okay.
I had put the 20th on
okay.
everything. and
So
I've
it'll be on
already
the 20th,
Yes. sir.
okay,
So the next commission meeting, regular commission meeting will be November 20th.
Yes, ma'am.
okay.
Okay,
Yes.
anything else? All right, seeing none.
Motion to adjourn.
Meeting adjourned. Thank you, everyone.